All
in
right.
this
Well,
document
I
right
am
here that's
happy
on
to
the
be
table.
here today. I'm
And
happy
lastly,
to answer your questions.
we are a
I'm not
nonpartisan
avoiding any questions.
institution.
I'm here.
We
So
are
go
going to
our way.
ask our
The question, of
institution
course, is Cindy
to
HydeSmith and the
pledge
comments that she made.
to
Do you believe this
call their
is a big campaign issue?
constituents so that we can
Yes, she
call their
made it a big
constituents
campaign
and
issue.
remind them to vote.
You know,
So which institutions here
almost 30 seconds after
would like to
the nation
pledge
heard
to
these
call their
comments, it went
constituents
viral.
so that they can
I mean,
get out
I
and
didn't know
vote?
it. I'm on my Twitter, I'm on my Facebook,
Any
and automatically
institutions
there's
would like to pledge
2.5
to do
million,
so?
views and hits. And so,
There you go.
yeah, she made it a campaign issue. And then that was curious what she said, but even more than that, after being asked 6 times to explain it, to clarify, whatever, she didn't.
Okay,
So
great.
then I
Great.
think it's even
National
worse. I mean, it just
Association
seems
of
to me
Social
that,
Workers.
that right
Anybody
now
else?
political leaders think that humility
Okay,
is
Rosemont?
some kind of form of weakness. You know, to apologize or to say I'm sorry or to
Okay,
forgive
great,
me,
thank
I
you.
made a mistake. Some don't want to
Well,
do that
Church, thank you.
it's a sign of weakness, they think. I really think it's
Okay.
a sign of strength. I mean,
And,
nobody's perfect.
one
Everyone
last
makes
thing,
mistakes. When you make a
Katina
mistake,
Good, if
you
anyone
own up
has
to it
any
and you have to say, I'm
questions
sorry.
regarding
That
our
is a
water
sign of
issues,
strength.
please see Katina
So,
Good. She's
so
gonna
I
be
think it
towards
was
the
curious.
back
I've already
of
said
the
on
building.
national news
Thank you
shows
very
and even
much.
in Jackson, I've said that that comment was disappointing. That comment was hurtful and harmful. It was,
We would like
it was,
to
it was
thank everyone
hurtful
for joining
to
us
Mississippi's
today,
goodwill, who know better.
and we
It
look
was
forward
also
to
harmful because
possibly
it
working
reinforced all
with
these
Mr.
negative
Espy.
stereotypes.
Remember
You
to
know,
join
that
us
just
as
these
Singing Together
stereotypes that I've been
Jackson on
working all
December
my life
4th.
to
You
try
can
to
purchase your
overcome.
tickets
So
today,
you've got a
right
Senate,
after
U.S.
this
senator
meeting.
that said that
You
I
can
don't know why
sign
she
up
said it. I
also for the Get Out
can't
to
determine
Vote
what was
work
in her
that we're
head to make
doing,
that come out of her mouth,
as
but she
well
said
as
it,
to
and then she would
be
explain
a
it.
water
So
bill
I don't know. All
mediator.
I got to do is just keep
Also,
working.
make sure
Keep
you
working.
shop
That makes
at
me just want to
Jackson
work
Cash
hard.
and
Do you worry
Carry
about this?
for
I
this
just
I
wanna-
want
Thanksgiving.
somebody should.
Do you worry about this election now becoming racially divided, that a race issue is issued into this?
All I know is that it was W.B. Du Bois that said that the issue of the 20th century was the issue of the color line. So now it seems that the issue of the 21st century is also the problem of the color line. You know, so I know here in Mississippi we've had these issues all my life. You know, I was the N-word when I was in high school because my twin sister and I went to we were 17 black students in a student body of 800. So I was the N-word every day, and people just go back, and I've written about this before. So what I'm trying to do is be the candidate that reaches across and bring everyone over together. I'm not going to dwell on this as a racial issue. What I'm trying to do is make sure everyone understands that we may have come over here on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. Education, healthcare, job development, pre-existing conditions, all of these are issues that are primary here in Mississippi. And so yes, there are race issues in Mississippi, can't sweep those under the rugs. I'm not going to dwell on that. I want to be the senator for everyone, irrespective of race, irrespective of gender, irrespective of party, irrespective of religion. I think we can all do it together, and I want to be the vehicle for a Mississippi that progresses into the third decade of the 21st century.
Can we talk about pre-existing conditions? Can we talk about pre-existing
I'll
conditions?
answer all of them, I promise you. Just one at a time. I will.
That would be great, thank you.
I will.
Yes.
I will. I'm going to answer every question. Okay?
Good, thank you.
All right.
Pre-existing conditions. You put out a tweet about it yesterday and questioned Cindy Hyde's position on that. Today
Yeah,
she puts out just saying that she's co-sponsoring
Let's
a bill.
explore that. I think this is another curious thing. In the statement she made several weeks ago, she said that she supported pre-existing conditions, and she had been on bills to promote pre-existing conditions. And we said in our statement that that was not true. We reviewed her record. We know her record. You know, it's only been there a few months, so it's not that long. So she had not done that. So we called her on that. So today I understand that she's co-sponsored Senator Tillis's bill from North Carolina to make sure that insurance companies cover people with pre-existing conditions. That was just today. So already you know that what she said 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago was not true, because she joined only today as a co-sponsor on that bill. Now, so that's first thing. First thing, she let's just say that she didn't do what she said, because she did it today. Now, we read that bill today. Now, that bill is also a little bit insufficient, because it says that you might cover someone with pre-existing conditions as a person, but you may not cover the condition that they're suffering from. For instance, I have a pre-existing condition. I admitted it a little while ago. I have a vocal condition. It's a pre-existing condition. I've had it about 5 years. And so on this bill that Senator Tillis introduced from North Carolina, it says that the insurance companies are not disallowed to cover me, but they may not cover my vocal condition as a condition of coverage. So it's a bogus bill. It's a sham bill. I wish you would vote for a bill put on the floor by Democrats 3 weeks ago that said all pre-existing conditions are covered by insurance companies and they are not disallowed from covering that. 1/3 of Mississippians have pre-existing conditions, and so they're so worried about their condition not being covered by the insurance companies. So we already know what you said 3 weeks ago was not true, because it happened today. And now if you read the bill today, that bill is a bogus bill. It's very spotty and of a sham origin bill. Let's just go ahead and do the right thing. This is the number one issue in Mississippi today, health care. We have all these rural hospitals closing because our leadership in Mississippi did not accept the Medicaid expansion money that was offered to it a couple of years ago. And those chickens are coming home to roost. We have prescription drug costs going up. We have healthcare costs going up. We have wages that are barely going up. So when people get sick, and so many are getting sick in Mississippi today, they go to the hospital and they can't cover the entire bill. So the only way all these rural hospitals had the resources to cover that deficit was through Medicaid. But we didn't accept the expansion money, and so now that money is no longer there, and these hospitals are closing. Even in Clarksdale, where my nephew is the mayor, they announced a few weeks ago that the rural hospital was closing. So that is the problem. So healthcare is the number one issue in Mississippi today. So I believe that we ought to make sure that we can get the Medicaid money placed in these rural hospitals. I think that we ought to cover everyone with a pre-existing condition. We could do that in America. And I just want to make sure that everyone in Mississippi who has a condition like I have, that has an ailment, whether it's cancer, or hypertension, or heart disease, they are no longer worried that when they go to the hospital that they'll be denied. The last thing, I got a letter from a gentleman, a white gentleman, in North Mississippi, and he said that he had an insurance policy that cost him $1,100 a month. All right, so then he said when he went to $1,800 a month, that he had to cancel. He couldn't afford $700 more a month. So, and I'm listening, I'm wondering why is he talking to me? He said, I want to tell you something. And then I got heart disease. I had to have a chronic heart operation. I said, well, you look pretty good. What happened? He said, well, I wasn't covered. I tried to go back, and get an insurance policy, and of course, they wouldn't cover me. I told him, I said, you look pretty good. I said, what happened? He said, I went to the doctor thinking I could cover it on my own, and the bill would have been $230,000 for a heart operation. I said to him, you look pretty good. What did you do? He said he got on the internet and he went to India. He got the same operation in India for $19,000. A Mississippian in Holly Springs who stopped me, the bill was almost $250,000 in Mississippi for a heart operation. He got the same operation in India for $19,000 plus the cost of going over there. So this is crazy. We got to make sure we can bring healthcare costs down, prescription drug costs down, cover those in pre-existing conditions, and make sure our rural hospitals no longer are closing.
We know that turnout was
By that time, I'm answering.
Secretary Cindy HydeSmith, in all of her emails out to supporters and folks, has labeled you as a liberal Democrat. Do you accept that characterization, or do you identify with being conservative? What is your characterization?
Well, I mean, she got half of it right. I'm a Democrat. I'm not trying to avoid that, but I'm an independent Democrat, small I independent Democrat. By that I mean I'm gonna work with everyone. People already know that I work with Republicans. I mean, I did when I was in Congress. I did when I was Secretary of Agriculture, and I promise you, I'll do it again. I'm the guy that voted for Haley Barbour, right, back in 2007. I did it. I said it in public. That was a news conference, and I said why I was voting for Haley Barbour, because it was right after Katrina. Katrina had ravaged Mississippi, and I said at the time, 2007, I didn't know I'd be running for any office, right? Katrina had ravaged Mississippi, and I believe that Haley Barbour, running for re-election, was best positioned to move Mississippi out of the depths of the ravages of Katrina. So I've done it before. I'll do it again. So what someone labels you really doesn't matter. My mother always told me it doesn't matter what they call you, it only matters what you answer to, right? So people can't put me in a box. I mean, they cannot put me in a box. I'm a Democrat, but I'm a small independent Democrat. I'll work with President Trump when he's right. I won't work with him when he's wrong. I'll work with Schumer when he's right. I won't work with him when he's wrong, because my objective is to be a senator for Mississippi. I believe in Mississippi first. Wherever the idea emanates, if it benefits Mississippi, I'm going to be there. If it doesn't, I won't.
Turnout is always a concern in a runoff election. There was a great turnout for the November 6th election. How do you think this controversy will affect turnout among your supporters and conversely among the senators?
I don't know. I can't predict the future. I know that what she said is inflamed passions. So does that mean they're going to vote? I don't know. All I can do is put my head down, right? Knock on doors, canvass, pray, and turn out to vote. And I'm asking everyone to vote for me on the 27th of November.
Folks, we really do need to wrap this up, so this could be the last question. Thank you.
We're calling for her to resign from her seat. How do you feel about that?
I heard that everyone has a First Amendment right to assemble and to speak their piece, right? So, as I said, her comments they've inflamed passions, and I've seen comments on both sides of it. I've heard those that have called for resignation. I'm not calling for it. I'm just calling to vote her out and vote me in. That's proper, and that's all I can do. So that's what I'm calling for, to vote her out on the 27th and to vote me in on the 27th. You know, this is a democratic process. We're running for office. I've stated my positions. I'm not evading you. I'm coming to the microphone. I'll answer every question. I always will. I promise you that. All I'm saying is that vote her out, vote me in. That's the best way to do it. And others can say what they want to say. They can call on whatever they want to call for. It's their First Amendment right. The First Amendment right, approaching the press and saying what you want to say. All I can say is I'm going to work harder now than ever before, because I want to be the vehicle for progress in Mississippi. I just want to be. You know, I came through that period. I know what that felt like. I do. And we don't want to ever go there again. So just come out and vote for Mike Espy November 27th. I want to bring everyone together. I want to cause Mississippi to rise up. I'll work with Republicans, Democrats, agnostics, it doesn't matter. I'm just a candidate for the future of Mississippi. Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
everybody. Appreciate it.